Yousra Semmache, and she is a Save the Children's Advocacy Director for Yemen. Thanks so much for coming on the programme. Help us understand, how likely is it that Yemen will receive in that pledging conference the $2.4 billion that it so desperately needs?
Well, we're hoping that donors that are attending this pledging conference today understand the criticality of the issue, because what you're seeing right now is the biggest humanitarian crisis in the world, also facing absolutely devastating impact of the pandemic. It is spreading fastly, and it is having a bigger impact than elsewhere because of the fact that the health system has entirely collapsed, because you have a population that's highly vulnerable due to already weakened immune system, due to other diseases that have been affecting Yemen already. And what we're seeing, though, in terms of trends is that humanitarian actors have seen a reduction in funding, and if the trend continues, we've done a survey to ask among international NGOs that operate in Yemen, and 9 NGOs responded. So that's a sample that shows you how big the impact could be. But among these 9 NGOs, $82.5 million is a shortfall that we expect if there is not, if the donors don't step up today. And we are also estimating that this would impact, among just these 9 NGOs, so the impact would be much bigger if we had the full picture, but it would impact 5.5 million Yemenis. So additional people who would lose aid, life-saving assistance such as food, water, but also health, at a time where it's more than ever needed, but also in a country where 80% of the population is reliant on the assistance.
Yousra, and Saudi Arabia is co-hosting this fundraising summit for Yemen. How much of a challenge could that be? Because there are critics that are calling this a bitter irony.
I think today, more than ever, it's really a time where we're hoping that the donors will step up and respond. Of course, it doesn't mean that we should forget that there is a conflict that is going on, and that the humanitarian crisis in Yemen is fully man-made, and therefore that all parties to the conflict should also focus on ensuring that the ceasefire is immediately implemented fully, and also that negotiations take place in order for sustainable peace to be achieved. And that's something that we're hoping the international community is prioritizing at the same time as funding. And
we mentioned earlier 75% of UN aid has stopped. Remind us why that is, and what aid is actually getting to Yemen.
Right now, we've seen a number of funding challenges that have been affecting the response. Some of it is due to the access issues that we're facing. Some of it is also due to the fact that for a number of donors, they also have to be dealing with their own COVID-19 response. But we hope that today the world will be looking at Yemen and understand that no one is safe until everyone is safe, and that if we don't respond to the COVID-19 response in Yemen, as well as respond to the existing humanitarian needs, we will see a catastrophe unfold, and that will have repercussions outside of just Yemen.
Yousra Semmache, Save the Children's Advocacy Director for Yemen, thank you so much for your time here on TRT World.